In this video, I'm going to show you how to use flying research to find new and emerging trends on Amazon merch. If you're completely new to flying research, I will have a link in the description where you can sign up to an account. They do also have a free plan where you can test some of the features. There's no trial period attached to it, which is quite cool. Once you've logged into your dashboard, one way to find trends, the one that I use the most at least, is with the Seller Trends tab. So we want to click on that first and then change some of the default settings. So typically I focus my research on the .com marketplace. The product type can stay at t-shirt, but you do have the option to look at hoodies, pop sockets and phone cases as well. The sorting will change to newest right here, and then I'll open up the advanced options. I want the trend type to be set to newcomers, and then the BSR slider right here will turn this down to about 1 million because there's no point of seeing very high BSR listings. And then I'm going to hit search right here. So now if we scroll down on this page, we've got a list of designs that have literally just been posted to the Amazon marketplace and that already have a really good BSR. This badge right here, newcomer, essentially shows you when the listing started to sell. It says 0 days old, meaning this started selling today. That is how new the trend is. Underneath it says when the design was published. So these have been live for about 3 days. Brand new trend. And what you want to look at right here is patterns. Are there designs or phrases that are repeating? In this case, it's very, very obvious. Trump is a scab. Vote Harris. That is the current newest trending phrase right here on Amazon merch, and there's a lot of listings with a very low BSR considering these only just started to sell today or a day ago. 36k right here, we've got 42k. Now all of these look exactly the same or almost exactly the same. It's got this logo tab design, so that is kind of putting me off. It might be linked to like an official company or something like that. I didn't look into this yet. This is literally the first time I'm seeing it, but those are kind of my thoughts in my head. By the time you're watching this video, this trend might have already blown over because I am recording this in advance. I just want to teach you the general process of me finding and identifying these trends so you can replicate it in future. And if you keep checking this Seller Trends tab on a daily basis, you're going to find trends as they come onto the marketplace. So that is definitely a trending phrase. Is it safe? I'm not sure. I would have to do a Google search to back that up. What else can we see? We can see this right here, Kamala Leon. Okay, that's interesting. That doesn't seem like it's going to be linked to a brand or something like that. Probably just a phrase that might be trending, but it's only one design. I can't see another one, at least not right here at the top. That's not to say that we have to write this off, but it might not be as popular as this Trump phrase right here. We've got Comrade, Kamala, communism. Okay, so there are a few designs that are kind of referring to Kamala as a communist. That definitely seems to be a trend. I do like the idea of mixing it with this chameleon. That's definitely a cool spin, and it shows an example of how to approach a new trend with a unique spin. Now this only has a 600k BSR, but it is also brand new, so tomorrow this might already be at 100k BSR if it's going to continue selling. You never know. See, we've got voting prevents unwanted presidencies. That is an interesting phrase. I can only see one version of it though. Then what else? Relax, I'm unarmed. Okay, not sure where that's from, but only 900k BSR. It's not too exciting. We've got post menopausal childless cat ladies ready to vote Harris Waltz. Okay, that's an interesting sub niche to the cat lady phrase that I hadn't seen before. So sometimes you kind of see a new spin on a pre-existing trend popping up in this Seller Trends tab, which is also handy. It doesn't always have to be a pattern of loads of the same designs selling, and sometimes you can get ideas like this and different inspiration. This is quite a cool design. So this is mixing Halloween with the la trend. This was posted 6 days ago, started selling 2 days ago. BSR is not super impressive, but this should definitely give you inspiration of what to do with the existing designs that you see. Like for example, this is a big trend, the Kamala name made out of cats. It's got 176k BSR right here with a brand new design. Maybe there's a way to spin that and turn it into a Halloween themed t-shirt. You never know. Scrolling down further, we've got a bunch of phrases right here trending, but now we're getting down to older listings. So these are about a week old. One additional tip I wanted to give you right here at the top, if you see one of these big patterns of the same phrase selling, like Trump is a scab, what you can do is you can now head over to the best sellers tab and just type that phrase in right here into the search bar. Got to change the marketplace to .com again and hit search, and then we'll just get a general feel of what the listings in this niche or for the search term look like. So in this case, we've got a lot of new badges, a lot of low BSRs. One is with a cat right here as well. So it's an anti-Trump shirt, right? Pro Harris. And if we scroll down, we can see lots of different listings with decent BSRs, all posted about 3 days ago. If you don't get a lot of results, in this case, it's a decent amount of results, but let's say you wanted to get more shirts indexed right here on this search term. Let's say there was only 4 results. What you can do is you can copy this and head over to real-time research. This is a very underrated feature within Flying Research, because whatever you type in here, if you hit search, it is now going to scan Amazon's marketplace live, and it will pull in new listings from Amazon into the Flying Research database. And this is super handy if you found a niche, but the best sellers tab doesn't show you a lot of results for that niche. It might just be that it's a very new trend and Flying Research doesn't have a lot of those trending shirts indexed. What this real-time research tab does is it fixes that issue in most cases, because look how many shirts it's finding. Not all of these are related to the search term, but clearly it is pulling in a bunch of stuff right here that we hadn't seen before. Here we've got some more results, and this takes a while to load, but once it's done, you typically have way more showing in the bestsellers tab, unless someone has already ran this feature beforehand, right? Typically, when it's a brand new niche, this is something that I do before I actually share these trends in my trending niches videos, just so you get a better example of how many shirts are selling, how many low BSRs there are, and you can see it all in one place right here in Flying Research. It's also an underrated feature for evergreen niches, by the way, because if you wanted to analyze a low competition evergreen niche, run the actual keyword or the primary keyword through real-time research first, and then use something like the niche analysis feature, because that way Flying Research is going to have more data on that specific niche. It'll have more shirts indexed, and it'll get you a better idea of how much potential there actually is. So now going back to this tab, we do have a few more results down here. For example, I can't remember seeing this messy hairband design. Trump is a scab, vote Harris. We've got another one of those right here with quite cool text design. Now, granted, these have higher BSRs, but it did definitely pull some additional ones in. So it's an interesting trend for sure. It's the newest one right now. I definitely wouldn't use this style right here, but by the time you're watching this, like I said, it might already have died off. Definitely keep checking this seller trends tab. As you can see, it's now just pulled in some new designs right here. These are from 2 days ago. So literally just from me running the real-time research, going back to seller trends, we've now got new listings that are showing. That gives you an example of how quickly things can change, and that you should check this on a daily basis multiple times a day. Now we've got a phrase right here: hope is making a comeback. Do something, Harris Waltz. Do something. Do something. So do something seems to be another new trending phrase. It says Michelle Obama down here, so maybe that's a quote from her. Hope is making a comeback again, trending at the top. This is a cool design layout right here that I haven't seen before. Yeah, so as you can see, political trends are changing literally on like a daily basis, and it is really, really handy having this seller trends tab that shows you everything in one place very, very quickly, filtered with the most important data on display. By the way, another quick bonus tip: don't sell anything related to Chucks. That is infringing on the trademark of Converse, right? If you're copying this style of shoes, definitely don't do that, even if you see a trending phrase. You always, once you find a trend, you want to check it for trademarks, and you still want to do a Google search in case it is linked to a celebrity, to song lyrics, or to a brand, right? Or to someone's logo, as this one probably is. That's definitely important, but this right here is one of the quickest way to find these trends and stay on top of them so you can be one of the first to market. Now, in case you didn't know, Flying Research also has some really cool AI-powered research features, and these are especially useful for finding profitable evergreen niches. If you want to learn how to use these tools, make sure to check out this video next.